Hello and welcome to the channel. Today's tutorial is in Adobe Premiere Pro and I'm going to be showing you how to use masking. Now I'm going to be demonstrating this to you by using a video in which I'll have this orange ball right here if I push play, and around the middle area is where it's going to disappear and turn into that ball. And we're gonna have I think I'm gonna put a black bar here to have the transition. Anyways, I'm gonna show you how to do that, so let's just get right into it. Now, first thing I actually want to do is throw a black bar in, so I'm gonna make a folder called images because file management is important. I'm gonna make a new item. I'm gonna do black video. Okay, drag that in, and it's gonna go over the other two video tracks. And I'm actually gonna unlink them because we don't need the audio. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select it and I'm gonna change its scale. I'm gonna turn uniform scale off so I can change its height and width independently instead of them moving together. This is what uniform scale is. So if I turn this off, now I can move both independently. So I'm going to make this just a skinny bar, and yeah, that'll do. And that's pretty much it. That's all we need for that. Now, I'll render that real quick. So the orange ball will roll. As it passes the black ball, it will turn into that the other brown ball. As soon as this finishes its rendering, come on, there we go. Okay, so right now we have just two video tracks. Now, if you're doing what I'm doing, or if you're doing like a cloning effect or something like that, which I can make a tutorial on. I might make a tutorial on how to do cloning using masking, but if you're doing something like what I'm going to be doing, you're going to want to have two types of videos. I have the video of the ball rolling, and then I have a background video. So what I did here was I put the camera in a position where it will not move. And I did the filming of the balls rolling by. And then after I was done with all that, I stepped aside, didn't move the camera or anything, and I got a shot of just the background. Now we're going to need that for our masking. So I'm actually going to bring in the background image, or background video, but we're going to make it an image. And what we're going to do is I'm going to turn that off. Let me get rid of the audio real quick. And actually no, we're going to come back to that. Let's do the masking portion first. So we're going to select your video track in which you're going to be applying the mask to. Come over to your opacity tab under your effects control, and you have these three tools. You have the ellipse mask, the 4-point polygon mask, and just the pen tool, the free draw. Now each of these do exactly that. So if I create an ellipse mask, it creates an ellipse for me, or a circle almost, and you can edit it however you want. If we create a 4-point polygon mask, same thing, move it as you wish. And pen tool, make your own, and to finish the mask, just connect it to your first point. There we go. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, I shall take a sip of my drink, and now we shall continue. So I'm going to make a 4-point polygon mask, and actually I want this reversed, so I'm going to hit inverted. So now the black is on the inside. Now that black is not me throwing an image on top or anything like that. That is pretty much masking out that area of the video track that we just selected, or the video that we selected, and revealing whatever's underneath it. Since we have no video track underneath this video, it's just going to show blank. But if I were to, here, let's bring in another item to just demonstrate this. If I were to move all these up one video track and throw, oh oops, let's undo that and that one off, and throw this underneath them, it's going to reveal that underneath. So it's essentially just showing whatever that's on that's underneath it, on the video track underneath it. See? Okay. Now we don't need that, so let's bring this back down and boop, boop, and I can probably get rid of that. Alright. So back to our mask. The inverted tool obviously does exactly this, inverts it. Now we have 4 other tools here, or options. The mask path, you use keyframe. Well, sometimes you don't have to. You can have it do it for you, and then you just have to go and fine tune it. But I'll use I can't remember what they're called. Keyframes. Sorry, I was having a brain fart. I'll use keyframes for now. So put one there, put one, and then I'll move the mask to wherever I want. Stay up there, and makes another one. Now the mask moves. That's what mask path is. It's the path of movement of the mask. That is very helpful for different things. So like if we're having the mask follow the ball, then we would have to have keyframes and everything so it would stay over the ball the entire every time, every frame. Anyways, feathering, we're gonna come back to actually. Opacity is exactly that, the mask opacity. So reveal or not reveal the mask. Let's reset that. And the expansion is literally just making your mask bigger. It's expanding your mask, which is different from feathering, and I will come back to expansion and feathering once we throw our background image underneath. So let's turn our black bar video on, and I'm going to zoom out a bit, and I'm going to position this over the right side actually, like so. And don't worry, we're gonna be getting rid of this just open nothingness. So we're gonna throw a video track underneath it. I'm just trying to situate this a bit. Okay, so now we're going to work with our overlay. So I'm actually going to bring our black video, which is the black bar which is covered at the moment, up one video track, and I'm going to take what is our brown ball, and we're going to throw that on top. But first we want to find where the orange ball first crosses, so which is right there. I'm going to start my video there. Get out of here, Windows. And actually what I'm going to do is find where the black ball is just crossing over. Not black bar, the brown ball is just crossing over, which is right there. And I can cut the rest of this. And now I just, oh, a little bit of lag. Oh wait, why don't I find where it crosses over and bring that right to it. There we go. Now we have this. Doesn't look like much. That's because now we're gonna take we're gonna mask this one and mask the left side. Cool thing is we can come here, select our mask, Control C to copy it, come on to our next video track, select opacity, and Control V paste it, and now we have this. But now what we're gonna actually do is move it over. There we go. Now we have this. Bring my black track. And now I'm going to render this real quick and come right back. So we're going to create another video track here. Add track. Okay. I'm going to bring this up. Now we're going to come over to our we're going to bring our background video here. And we're going to find a point in which the background video and this video are as even as they can get. That's pretty even right there. So now what we're going to do is hit the camera. It's going to take a picture. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to hide all the other tracks. Now we're going to take a picture of the frame. We're going to put this as background. Okay, so I brought the image in. Now we can just get rid of this track here and throw this image underneath. Line that up. Turn all our tracks back on. And now we have this nice clean looking, it looks like one track. And I mean, if you go slow enough you can see the small changes, but when it goes fast it looks kind of like one track. And what we can actually do is, I'll render this as I talk, is speed it up to make it less noticeable. Obviously this is for my project. Depending on your project, you'd probably want things more precise, and you'd do that during filming. But I was just kind of recording these just so you get a general gist. Now hurry up and finish rendering. There we go. Alright, run that. Good, nice little thingamajig going on there. So I'm gonna select both of these and I'm just gonna change their speed to like 200. Just kidding. I'm going to copy these. Oh crap. Copy them just in case I need them later. I'm gonna nest these, and then I can, if I can click on it, there we go. Then I'm going to change its speed to 200. So I mean, it goes fast. You can still see the transformation. Maybe 200 is a little too much. Let's change it to 150. Now the video's a little sketchy and rough, mainly because I didn't really think about structuring it all. But if like when I do other projects, when I have to do masking, I make sure I have my filming precise. I make sure there's no movement so I don't get anything rocking. But for the most part, this is not too bad, except for slightly rough, but it works. But that's pretty much that. Actually, I'm gonna bring this back. Now I'm gonna demonstrate the difference between feathering and expansion. So we have our mask here. I'm gonna zoom out here. For expansion, like I showed, this literally makes your mask bigger. Makes the entire mask bigger. But what feathering does is it makes the clips blend better. You'll see the dotted lines open up. The more it blends, well, you're gonna have to balance out your blending so you don't have your video and the blend overlapping in wrong places. So hold on, let's see if I can get if I reset this. Let's throw. I guess I did need that. Bars and tone. Let's throw this in. Let's make another audio track just so I can show you. I mean video track so I can show you. Alright, so we have this. Oh, let's get rid of that audio so I don't make your ears bleed. Alright, so if I adjust the mask, or not on that video track, on this video track. If I adjust the feather, you will see that it starts to blend more, but it's bleeding to where I don't want it. That's something you have to balance according to your video. Now if I change the expansion, it doesn't blend it, it's just literally expanding my mask. But yeah, that's the difference. I explained the different types of masks and their properties. If you like this, I will probably have another video coming out on making a cloning effect using masking, and some various other things I have in mind. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.